1, 2, 3.
Westlake Middle Science Fair!
他那个回程特效连那个救援特效都没有有。我发出来嘛，阿尔法还行啊。不是，每个皮肤每个产品特效这个太少了。妈，我看这个眼神我就懵了。
That looks so cool. I know.
后言无耻。
Okay.
后言无耻。
I'm back in 15 minutes with the pizza, okay? If anybody comes in, just tell me.
Before you left, can you tell me the count?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, finish your house, John. Very good. Okay, so the new account now.
Black minutes, L-O-A-B-C, then when I'm gonna finish. Solving the equation, my soul replenished. Could have been a lawyer, doctor, or dentist. Instead of the vote, my life to give y'all a black chemist. Charles Hart drew like Tennessee. No limits, see beyond what I see. No gimmick, no plagiarism, no limits.
Understanding the scientific method and completing a science project, you always need a question. It's your problem. Without your question, you don't have a problem. And the next, what you have next is you have your prediction. What's your hypothesis? You need an if and then statement. You need to see if 1, 2, 3.
Westlake Middle Science Fair!
This is a big day. They don't know it. They don't know it. They do. Well, somebody's gonna win. But yeah, man, I'm just glad to be done. What? Come back here when the bell rings. Take a break.
We're staying here.
Come back here. You know you won. Down, based on the yellow pad. Make sure you write that number down. It's the only way they're gonna get judged. They need you to judge them. When you write that number down, then you're gonna write your number. If you like the question, you look at the question. You look at the hypothesis. You look at the whole poster. So you look at the pictures. Everything that looks nice, you put 5s. If you don't like how it looks, you keep putting 3s, 2s, 1s. Make sure you take it very seriously. All I need you is to do 4 posters. If you want to do some more, you come back to me with your score and I'll give you another one. Any questions? Any questions? All right? Good luck. Okay. Life science. Look at your topic. So, good morning. Y'all ready? Yeah! Y'all ready? No! Y'all ready? No! Y'all ready? No! All right, everybody clap. Everybody clap. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. Did everybody give me the written report?
Yay!
Who doesn't get? I need this today. 30% of your grade. Can't run away from this. Yeah. So then. We're going to go over our topics, and then we're going to now go to do this project. So what's happening? You're going to have 5 judges. So you have to talk today. You actually have to talk about what you've been doing for the last 2 months. And then you're going to have student judges. They're not going to ask you questions. They're going to look at your poster. So sometimes when you talk to the real judge, make sure you explain to them what your poster is about, because that's how you're going to get graded. So now, y'all ready? Y'all ready? So, life science. If you are life science, have your poster right here. It should be on. How do you know if you're life science? Everybody look at the poster. Look at your name, your day, and your topic. If you have a life science, come up here and put your poster right now.
You guys are doing presentations today, okay? So that means that you're being professional scholars. All right, this is part of your academic career. You will be giving presentations for the rest of your life, right? Okay, so in doing so, I am going to be listening to you, and I'm also going to be reviewing your writing, okay? So when you present here, there's going to be other people. Remember, you're practicing your English, complete sentences, and you're going through your presentation. You're going to have this with you, right? So let's say this one's mine. Okay? I'm going to be referring to it. I don't necessarily want to read my written report. I want to talk about what I have learned in doing the experiment. Okay? So you're going to kind of go through it. The abstract was what? What's the purpose of the abstract? Somebody tell me. Alana. It's the background. It's the information that I'm using to go ahead and start my investigation. Okay? And then the problem. Yeah?
The question.
It's the question. So is that important to say in your presentation? Yes. Absolutely, right? And then the hypothesis. What's the purpose of the hypothesis, Carmela? Listen closely in case we forgot. Your prediction, okay? So we use the word predict. Sometimes I think, right? What is going to happen, okay? So there's the hypothesis. And then this part is probably the most important, right? This is the part where you're talking to your audience and you're telling them, you're teaching them what you learned, right? So maybe not reading, maybe you refer to your notes. However, you're explaining the pictures that you chose and everything that you researched, right? So you're explaining to us and you're teaching, okay? And then on this side, what's the purpose of the conclusion? Conclusion. Why did you write a conclusion? What is that? Say it again? Yeah, it's what happened. After you did the whole thing, what happened in the end, right? This is the end of it. Okay, and then the next one, what is the reflection? Who can tell me? What's the final reflection, right? But what is it? What does it serve as a purpose?
Reference.
Reaction.
Reaction, okay? And if it's a self-reflection, it's talking about you and what you learned, okay? And if you even have extra questions, right? Like if you were going to continue studying about this topic, what else would you do to change it or make it better, right? And then last but not least, what are your references? The web. All the places that you looked for the information. It could be, most of you did web, but sometimes it's books, sometimes it's magazines, etc., right? So you get different resources. It could even be a person if you interview them, right? Okay, so when you're doing your presentation, what I'm looking for is not necessarily, I'm looking for people who can project their voice. You're speaking loud like the teacher because you're teaching us. And I want you to be able to use this but not get stuck and read it, right? I want you to be able to present to your audience. Are we clear what I'm looking for? Yeah. Are there any questions about what I'm looking for? Experiment? Yeah, that's the data. And so this is when you're really explaining to us. This is when you're a teacher and teaching us what happened, right? Okay? And sometimes it could be like, I tried this, I tried this, I tried this, it didn't work, so I tried this, right? So just be very clear with your explanations. Are there any questions?
No, now I'm ready.
Now you're ready? Now you understand what you're doing? Okay, you are the teacher. You are the expert. You did this, so you're teaching the rest of the class. And remember, loud voices and project. None of that. Okay? None of that. All right? Be proud of your work. Okay? All right, Mr. Menakaya, I
Dr. Jones out there? All right, so one important thing to know. You will be standing at your project at all times. Don't go talk to each other. Don't do all that. You're standing at your project at all times. Let's say it again. What are we doing? Okay, it's very critical because your numbers are determined by who's that person there. So if Yoni's in one place and his project's in another place. Any notes? All your notes can go on here. You don't need it if you already have it on your notes.
I don't need know the abstract.
Yep.
I need know.
A good chemist knows the periodic table. Forever doing chemistry. Got my sing-along.
Woo! H is hydrogen. He helium. Li, lithium. Be, beryllium. B is boron. C is carbon. N is nitrogen. O is oxygen. F is fluorine. Ne is neon. Na is sodium. Mg, magnesium. Al, aluminum. Si, silicon. P, phosphorus. S, sulfur. Cl is chlorine. Ar is argon. K is potassium. Ca is calcium. Sc, scandium. Ti, titanium. V, vanadium. Cr, chromium. Mn is manganese. Fe is iron. Co is cobalt. Ni is nickel. Cu is copper. Cn is zinc. Ga, gallium. Ge, germanium. As is arsenic. Se, selenium. Br is bromine. Kr, krypton. Rb, rubidium. Sr, strontium. Y, I'm talking yttrium. Forever doing chemistry, got my sing-along. Forever doing chemistry, got my favorite song. Forever doing chemistry, got my sing-along. Forever doing I can't do this alone. Chemistry, got my favorite song. Cr, zirconium. Mb, niobium. Mo, molybdenum. Tc, technetium. Ru, rhodinium. Rh, rhodium. Pd, palladium. Ag is silver. Cd is cadmium. In is indium. Sn is tin. Sp, antimony. Te, tellurium. I is iodine. Xe is cesium. Cs, cesium. Ba, barium. La, latinum. Ce, cerium. PR, praseodymium. Nd, neodymium. PM, promethnium. Sm, samarium. Eu, europium. Gd, galenium. Tb, terbium. Dy, dispermium. Ho, halonium. Er, urium. Tm, thallium. Yb, ytterbium. Lu, lutetium. Hf, hafnium. Ta, tantium. W is tungsten. Re, rhenium. Os is osmium. Ir, iridium. Et, I'm talking platinum. Forever doing chemistry, got my sing-along. Forever doing chemistry, got my favorite song. Forever doing chemistry, got my sing-along. Forever doing chemistry, got my favorite song. Go. Au is gold. Hg is mercury. Tl is thallium. Pb is lead. Bi is bismuth. Po, polonium. At, acetine. Rn is rhodon. Fr, francilium. Ra is rhodium. Ac, actinium. Th, thorium. Pa, proactinium. U is uranium. Mp, neptunium. Pu, plutonium. Am, americium. Cm, curium. Bk, berkelium. Cf, californium. Es, ostinium. Fm, fermium. Md, mendeleum. No, nobelium. Lr, lauricium. Rf, ruthenium. Db, dubnium. Sg, silverium. Bh, bormium. Hs, hassium. Mt, magnesium. Bs, darshurium. Rg, regilium. Cn, carbonesium. 1, 1, 2, got my pre-audit table song. Forever
as sugars and proteins and proteins are not considered minerals. My project is called minerals identification, and it's based in physical science. I identify the mineral, the difference between the samples, and the crystal shape, the color luster, the density, and the volume, hardness, and strength. My problem is what properties allow us to identify minerals. My prediction is if the minerals are detected, then it will be then the properties will be known by identification. My experiment is in silver by steps. First, I observe minerals are made of atoms. Then I select the density, hardness, strength, and a kind test. I identify the minerals and collect data. This is my data, and this is my test. How did I test the samples? This is a symbol P, a B, and this is the difference between everything. And here is my conclusion. It explains how minerals are naturally occurring scientific crystals such as cubic zirconia are not considered minerals. Here is my final reflection. My project taught me a lot of things, and one of these things is minerals is a naturally formed crystal. We can identify minerals by its properties. I don't think so. There was something hard in my project. Everything was easy, and I enjoyed doing this project, especially when I was testing the minerals. I could have improved on collecting data, but I tried to solve a bit more than one time. This is my web resources. Thank you for listening.
Great, thank you.